Hello and welcome back to another breaking news update. My name is Jimmy Boyd and you were watching Boyd News. I want to thank you so much for tuning in today. I've got some huge news coming out from Lebanon, a major warning that war is about to break out. We've got reports that Canada is planning a mass evacuation of 45,000 citizens from Lebanon. We also have reports that Kuwait as well has called on all of their citizens to leave the country immediately. So it looks like war is about to break out here. I've been covering this story for a very long time now, and I've been telling all of you at some point the IDF was going to declare war against Hezbollah, and that looks like that's coming very soon, maybe here in the next week, maybe in a month, but it could be sooner because now we're starting to see that evacuations are happening throughout this country. The video footage you're seeing here is surfacing all over X, and this is massive lines in the airports inside of Lebanon. Okay, I don't know if this is in Beirut or exactly where this is at, but many people are trying to get out of the country right now in fears that a war is potentially going to break out at any moment. Skirmishes have been happening on the northern side of the border of Israel and the southern side of Lebanon for months now, and it was a matter of time before this war was going to kick off. We know that here in the next probably 3 to 4 weeks or so, this war is going to wind down with Hamas inside of Gaza and the IDF operating down there. They're already starting to pull some of their troops out. So this thing is going to be going down, it looks like, here in Lebanon. And, we just did reports just a few days ago as well that the Israeli War Cabinet had convened and the IDF had come out and announced that they approved operational plans for an offensive against Hezbollah. So lots and lots of big news coming out here. We're going to be talking about these citizens that are being urged to leave Lebanon. We're also going to be talking about some other updates regarding this war, this potential war, between Hezbollah and Israel. So let me show you this here. This is on Shafaq News. Okay, I think Shafaq is like a Iraqi news agency, I believe. So it says here, Canada and Kuwait urge citizens to leave Lebanon amid escalating tensions. Canada is preparing to evacuate 45,000 of its citizens from Lebanon, while Kuwait has urged its citizens to leave the country amid fears that escalating skirmishes between Israel and Hezbollah could descend into full-scale war. So let me just make this very clear. Canada is preparing to evacuate 45,000 citizens. They haven't actually done this, but that's in preparations, meaning they're most likely going to be doing that soon, probably in the next week. And then Kuwait has urged their citizens to leave the country immediately. Okay, that's what I'm hearing. So a report by the Hebrew Channel 12 revealed a tense conversation between Israeli Foreign Minister Israel Katz and his Canadian counterpart Melanie Joly. Joly reportedly informed Katz that Ottawa had dispatched military forces to the region in preparation for the largest evacuation we have ever undertaken due to concerns about the violence escalating between Israel and Hezbollah along the Lebanese border. It remains unclear if similar evacuation plans are in place for the approximately 35,000 Canadian citizens residing in Israel. Katz reportedly urged Joly to pressure Hezbollah's Iranian backers to restrain the militant group. The window of opportunity is closing, Katz was quoted as saying. Israel will not tolerate a situation where residents of the north cannot return to their homes. So I've been talking about that for a very long time now, that the major reason why this war is going to break out is because many of the citizens in Israel have not been able to return to their homes on the northern side of the country. I've been hearing that there's somewhere between 60 and 90,000, maybe more, displaced residents on the northern side of Israel, and they cannot return to their homes because of constant rocket fire, missile fire, drones, everything coming from Lebanon targeting the northern side of Israel. These people cannot return to their homes because of it. So at some point, they have to allow their people to return back to this area, and the only way to do that is if either Hezbollah stops attacking the country, which they've already said they won't stop doing that until there is a ceasefire in Gaza. So that's not going to happen anytime soon, at least not within the next month. If that doesn't happen, the IDF is going to have to declare war and push Hezbollah back away from the border, is what most likely is going to happen soon. Although there was no official readout from the conversation, Katz later posted on social media platform on X, Israel cannot allow the Hezbollah terror organization to continue attacking its territory and citizens, and soon we will make necessary decisions. The free world must unconditionally stand with Israel in its war against the axis of evil led by Iran and extremist Islam. In related development, Kuwait's foreign ministry renewed its calls for citizens to avoid traveling to Lebanon due to regional security developments. In a statement, it urged citizens already in Lebanon to leave immediately if they have no pressing reasons to stay, and to contact the Kuwaiti embassy in Lebanon if they were unable to leave. Following Hamas's October 7th attack, some 100,000 settlers have evacuated the settlements on the borders with Lebanon, fearing Hezbollah's missiles that attack Israeli military posts almost daily, claiming support for Gaza. Tensions have reached a peak in the past 2 weeks as explosive-laden drones launched by Hezbollah has caused widespread fires in Israel's north. That's another big thing too. We just did some reports on that just in the last week or two. Major fires breaking out, wildfires all over northern Israel due to rocket and drone attacks from Hezbollah on the northern side of the country. That's another reason why more people were displaced. On Tuesday, the Lebanese military group released unusual footage that shows strategic assets in the Haifa port area filmed by drone codenamed Hudhud, which is Hupo, I think, raising several questions regarding Israel's air defense capabilities. Amos Hochstein, the White House's special envoy to the Middle East, reportedly warned Beirut that if Hezbollah doesn't season attacks on northern Israel, it could face a limited Israeli operation supported by the United States. That's some other big news, okay? Amos Hochstein went to Lebanon in Beirut to meet with their parliament just in the last week, and he told them that the United States will back an Israeli offensive into Lebanon. So this will be the United States and Israel against all of these Hezbollah militants, and then we're going to talk about some other groups that are planning to join in as well, from Iraq, from Syria, possibly even the Taliban. Okay, this is really huge. Hochstein, who brokered a 2020 maritime agreement between Israel and Lebanon, was in the region to negotiate a deal to push Hezbollah north of the Litani River, about 30 kilometers from the Israeli border, as outlined in the United Nations Resolution 1701, which ended the 2006 Israel war against Lebanon. The escalation between Israel and Hezbollah has intensified following a warning from Hezbollah Secretary General Saeed Hassan Nasrallah, in a televised speech. Nasrallah warned that no place in Israel would be safe if a full-scale war breaks out, threatening Cyprus and other parts of the Mediterranean if they become involved in the conflict. So that's something big that Hassan Nasrallah, the Secretary General of Hezbollah, has come out and said many times. I've heard reports from him saying that no place in Israel will be safe, that there will be no limits, there will be nothing holding them back from striking wherever they want to in Israel. It would be a very massive attack. They've got probably hundreds of thousands, if not millions of rockets. They have a massive sized army. They could definitely do some damage to Israel if they go all out here into a full-scale war. So it could get very bad and nasty quick. Speaking at a ceremony commemorating senior Hezbollah commander Taleb Abdullah, who was killed in an Israeli airstrike, Nasrallah emphasized that Hezbollah does not seek total war, but is acting in support of Palestine. He warned that a large-scale Israeli offensive would result in attacks from the ground, air, and sea, altering the situation in the Mediterranean. Nasrallah vowed that Hezbollah would fight without rules or limitations, preparing for the worst and ensuring no place in Israel would be spared from their rockets. So that's what I was talking about. That's something big that he came out and said. They would fight without rules or limitations, okay? There'd be no rules of war, no limitations on the weaponry that they've used. I even heard reports that Hezbollah came out and reported that they have some new weaponry that they haven't even shown to Israel yet. Who knows what they have, okay? They could be having some crazy weaponry in the background that they're hiding, that they've gotten from Iran or maybe from somewhere else. And supposedly they've got some crazy weaponry that they have not even unveiled yet and revealed to the world that they have some of these weapons. So who knows what those might be? Could be anything. But we're expecting that if this war does break out, and yes, the U.S. may back them, we have no idea what the capabilities of Hezbollah completely is. We know that they have lots of rockets and drones and things like that, but again, they may have lots of other significant weaponry that, again, they have not revealed yet. So this is just very crazy what's happening over here. Things are escalating very, very quickly, and it's just getting out of control so quick. So just expect a war to break out here probably in sometime in the next month, maybe sooner. Very, very big possibility unless somehow cooler heads prevail and they find a way to resolve this situation peacefully. But at the moment, I think most of us can agree that it doesn't look like it's going to go that way. So I've got two things as well that I want to share with you here on X. So we're going to go over this. This is from Sprinter Family. The Islamic resistance in Iraq, including the Kataib Hezbollah and Harakat al-Nujaba factions, has expressed its readiness to support the Lebanese Hezbollah in the event of possible aggression from Israel. So look at all these other groups, okay? We've talked a lot about Kataib Hezbollah. They've attacked a lot of U.S. troops throughout the Middle East just in the last few months. This group right here, Harakat al-Nujaba, I've never heard of them before, so I don't really know too much about this faction here. But overall, what we're seeing here is that definitely there's lots of groups that are Iranian-backed groups throughout the Middle East and Iraq, Syria, that plan to get involved in this as well. So it's not just going to be Hezbollah down in Lebanon. It could be multiple other groups. And like I said, I've seen some reports as well that the Taliban are claiming that they may be getting involved as well. So this is really huge news. They were talking to Iran recently and telling them that they're willing to send their fighters down to Lebanon as well to fight Israel. So this thing could be very massive, okay? This could be a huge regional war. And, excuse me, and who knows if Iran would want to get involved as well, okay? They've called on Hezbollah as well and told them many times that if they need their backing, they'll come to their aid as well. So who knows if Iran would want to get involved in this also. This could be very huge. Finally, I want to talk about this real quick. This is unconfirmed news, but this is from Douglas McGregor. You guys might have heard of him as Colonel. He's called Colonel a lot on YouTube. He's been in numerous interviews talking about wars going on in Ukraine and also down here with Israel. So he's put out a post here. It says, breaking. Unconfirmed reports indicate that the USS Theodore Roosevelt streaming towards Israel in the Mediterranean Sea, war with Hezbollah now expected. So I've been hearing lots of reports that there may have been an aircraft carrier heading towards the Mediterranean right now, and I've been hearing lots and lots of talk about this on whether there will be one coming over here, and it looks like there's a possibility they could be sending an aircraft carrier, and if we do get confirmation for sure that this is true, that an aircraft carrier is heading to the Mediterranean Sea, then this could be a big sign that a war for sure is about to break out, okay? They never send an aircraft carrier to an area like this unless they're planning on either doing some sort of major exercise, which we know that's not the case, or if there's a war that's about to break out, okay? That's the only other reason they'd be sending one over here. And obviously, the U.S. has come out and stated that they declared that they would help Israel in this war effort, okay? So this is very, very big news, and I wanted to share this with you. Things could just get out of control here. Who knows? Even in the next 24 to 48 hours. We never know when this is exactly going to start, but the signs are starting to point to that it's going to be happening very, very soon. My guess would be sometime in the next month. Maybe much sooner than that. We'll have to see. But let me know what you think down below. This is very crazy news. Just wanted to share this with you, get it out there, and let you know what's going on so that way you're prepared for this. But this could definitely turn into a major regional war here in the Middle East. So share your thoughts, concerns, and opinions down in the comment section. That's going to be it for this update. If you got something out of this, please smash that like button. Also, if you enjoy my content, please consider subscribing down below. Hit the notification bell. That way YouTube can notify you with that. Hope you all have a great day. Everybody take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next one.